What's up, man? You know, the news that I want to talk about, like, it just broke, like, within, like, I guess, I don't know, the last hour or so, that I know of anyway. Lawrence Taylor being accused and then arrested because of rape. And then, you know, shortly after I find out that he's being accused of raping a 15-year-old girl. So now I find out that Lawrence Taylor is, you know, a child molester? A fucking child molester. Now, you know, I made a statement on, you know, a status update on Facebook, and talking about, you know, how all the off-field troubles Lawrence Taylor has had, but yet he's in the Hall of Fame. And there's no reason the T.O. shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. I hate T.O., yeah, but you know what? He, in my opinion, he deserves to be a Hall of Famer. And, you know, you look back at Lawrence Taylor, yeah, he was a great player. Take nothing away from him on the field. He played like a madman, partially because he is a fucking madman. But, you know, he did a lot of good things for the game on the field. But he was also involved in, you know, getting in trouble with the law, drugs, just crazy, you know, parties. And he was just a loose cannon. That Michael Irvin, you know, his history with the drugs and, you know, being arrested and stuff. You know, and T.O., yeah, the worst thing he's been is a cancer in the locker room. That's it. That's it. You know? And as much as that sucks and pisses people off, you can't deny that he's a great player on the field. Yeah, he's probably on the down end of his career, but even then, even then with that, you know, he's still better than a good majority of receivers in the NFL now. I wouldn't put him in the top 3 or maybe 5 receivers anymore, but that still could be up for debate, you know, depending on who his quarterback is. In Buffalo, he had mediocre quarterbacks, so, you know, who knows? But O.J. Simpson, Michael Irvin, Lawrence Taylor, you know, if them guys can be in the Hall of Fame, then why can't T.O.? They've had all off-the-field issues and shit. T.O., nothing. The worst thing he did was get kicked out of practice and go do sit-ups in his driveway down in Mount Laurel. I mean, that's the worst. So, which his house is still up for sale, by the way. But anyway, T.O. deserves to be in the Hall of Fame if these guys can be in the Hall of Fame. So anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about was everybody, I'm sure, because it's been all over SportsCenter, probably, I don't know, maybe CNN, I don't know, but the people running on the field at the Phillies games the last couple of days, not yesterday, thank God, and, you know, but the first night, the 17-year-old kid Monday night against the Cardinals ran on the field. I don't know if any of you know the story, but the story was the 17-year-old kid goes to the game, and I believe he was with his mother, but he calls his dad up. His dad's at home. He calls his dad up from the stadium asking permission to run onto the field. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Dad advises him not to. He does it anyway. So he runs onto the field. You know, I'm sure everybody's seen the video. He's running around. You know, and then he gets tasered. I don't know what the big deal is about the whole taser thing. Because the way I look at it, he jumped onto the field. First of all, it's a no-no. You don't do that. And then you run around on the field. You're basically evading. Well, there was a police officer, so you're evading police plus stadium security. Kid got what he deserved, you know? I mean, it was obvious he was too fast for any of them, so they weren't going to catch him by on foot, so they had to do something. You know, I don't know. He got what he deserved, in my opinion. So that, and then, you know, the next night, a 33-year-old guy, he does it, you know, what was it, Tuesday night, he runs onto the field, But he was smart. He was smart though. At least he surrendered. He didn't get to the point where he had to be tasered. So, but yeah, maybe he learned his lesson. And you know, I just think it's stupid. But don't get me wrong, you know, being at the stadium, I wasn't at either one of the games, but being at the stadium to see something like that happen, yeah, you get a kick out of it. You know, you cheer the guy on, you know. It's kind of like a double standard, you know. I don't agree with what they did, but it's funny to see in person. Why, you know, because they don't show it on TV. But anyway, you know, that's really all I got, man. It's a nice sunny day here in Jersey, about 76 degrees. Loving it, man. It's good. It's a beautiful day today. So, about to watch the Phillies in about a little bit. 1 o'clock. It's 12:21 now. So, yeah, that's all I really got, man. So I don't advise anybody to run up to the field at their stadium, you know, like Mets, Cardinals, LA, whatever. Don't run up the field, man. That's just, it might be fun for the 30 seconds that you're running around, but man, you're gonna get kicked out of the stadium permanently. Is it worth it? No. So anyway, that's all I got, man. No Eagle stuff this video, but Lawrence Taylor, you're a sick fuck. If it comes down to be true that you molested a 15-year-old girl, you're a sick fuck. You don't deserve to live. T.O. should be in the Hall of Fame. Stay off the fields. Let the teams play. That's all I got. Peace out. Go Phillies. Go Birds. You know it.